This week we prove that science is a lie. Or maybe we're the liars. You don't know, do you? You can't tell. We're the liars. It's us who lie. This episode of Scam School brought to you by Domain.com. Welcome to the show that's not entirely sure it believes in physics. I mean, has anyone ever really proved it? Scam School, the only show dedicated to social engineering at the bar and on the street. Hello, beautiful people, I'm Brushwood, and this week we are going to defy physics right in its stupid face by melting substances through other substances. Except it's a lie, like everything else. Oh, you beautiful people! Woo! Back at the Midway Field House, we have Jaime all the way from El Salvador.
Hello.
We have Kristen, it's good to see you, and JR, we know you, get out of my face. I honestly have no idea if this is gonna work, and I'm gonna steal your glass for it. We got a quarter that we're gonna make vanish, all right? I want to make sure that we seal this quarter in there as good as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and, there we go. Make sure we see that baby in there. Then we'll just give him a little fold right here. Fold it on that side. We're gonna lock this thing in all the way, right? Lock it in over here. So it's locked in on all sides, right?
Yes.
Look good to you? Take this ashtray. I'm gonna put it right here. Now we're gonna make the coin, I don't know, melt. Wait, you're a physicist, aren't you? Explain to me under what circumstances this coin might actually penetrate through the solid metal of this ashtray.
Well, you have to go at least 4,000 degrees.
4,000 degrees? All right, so, and that's enough to melt everything? Is that what is that what's
sure.
going on?
What?
Here we go. Would you verify, sir? Is that the quarter?
That
Is it hot?
It is hot.
Did you like that?
That was awesome.
Dude, did you want to learn that?
Yes, please.
Well, then toast me. You can't toast.
I can't toast. You use my glass.
Poison
Okay,
glass there.
there we go.
Yo, what's good? You speaking to Brandt?
Hey, Brandt, listen. This is future you calling from what has become our dystopian reality.
Yeah, we'll prove it then.
The MacGuffin is written on your left hand.
Huh. Well, I'll be damned. Alright, but this better be important. I got stuff to do.
Look, I can't allow you to buy that dumb domain you've been thinking about.
Come on, man.
No, I know. Dog, seriously.
Look, sit there and try to tell me that allthings.expert is not a solid get.
Brandt.
People would think that you are the expert of all things.
Look, I know, man, like, it's super cool. It sounds so good. But the get is too solid. Believe me on that. With prices that low, you end up throwing off some kind of economic balance, and all people are experts at all things, and it's super weird.
That's not even how the economy works, dummy. Although these discounts might be deep at 35% off with promo code SCAMSCHOOL, that's only a limited time offer. Only for the month of November. So whatever your disaster was, it had to have been caused by something else. So deal with it, nerd. The man who knows all things will reign supreme.
Boom, 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 boom. All right, Kristen, where's your head at? Do you think it was actually hyper-reality physics happening?
I don't think the match got that hot, but it was awesome, so let's figure it out.
I love the way the fact that Jaime's like, well, you just need to get it to 4,000
Right.
degrees and it'll melt right through.
Right.
So here's the thing. This is a case of me seeing two individual tricks. Neither one I was very impressed with. And I thought, oh crap, but if you did the one and it's set up to another, and both of them date back like almost 100 freaking years. We're talking about pamphlets in the 1920s that had this stuff. This is actually two separate effects. The first one is, think about it, let's break it up. What are the two effects? What's the first thing that happened?
The coin disappears.
That's right, and the other is?
Reappeared.
That's right. So let's break it down. Let's look at the first one. Spoiler alert, probably not the same coin, right?
Right.
If you're gonna do this, you wanna get two of the exact same type of quarters. I didn't use state quarters. If you have two state quarters, that's even better because you can make a big deal about, look, it's Ohio. Everyone verify, it's Ohio. But in this case, I got two eagle quarters, and I did it just by getting a bunch of change at the bar. So to make it vanish, it's kind of a tricky fold you can do. You wanna cut it down to something about the size of the quarter, not too much bigger than it. You're gonna set it on top. You're gonna fold the bottom up, not even. I keep it angled away from you guys so that you can't tell that it's not quite even. And then here's the real killer. I'm going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze so that you have that folded impression of the quarter there. Now we're gonna fold it the rest of the way in. So at this point, I'm facing this towards you. You see the impression of a quarter. I'm gonna fold it in on one side. I'm gonna fold it in on the other side. Now you may think like at this point you're kind of showing the fact that the top isn't even,
Right.
but weirdly if you keep everything tight, you have this moment where you fold down and all they see is that the bottom, the sides, and the top are all closed.
Right.
But from my perspective, you can see that I've made a little flap for it to go over. So what I'll do is I'll do all of this, I'll show how fair it is to get it all the way sealed up, and then I'll turn it and I'll say, see how it's sealed on all sides? And that's when it falls into my hand, right? This is the reason that magicians have magic wands, because as long as you're holding something, it's natural for your entire fist to conceal some kind of object. So in this case, I'm holding this and I'm showing. Now keep an eye on this. I want to keep this totally fair. The entire time we did everything, the coin never left my hand. You know, you could ditch it, you could put it in a pocket, you could drop your hands down. More talking, more coverage, that's all great. But I decided to keep it right under your noses the entire time. So I set this right here, and then that gets us to, what's the second effect, Jaime?
The coin reappears and drops to the
Coin reappears. Any theories on this?
Teleportation. Could work.
And there's something honestly beautiful and poetic about this being the method. The method is, in the ashtray before you guys sat down, I made sure to take a little dollop of wax and attach a coin on there. The poetic part, this is the old hair wax I used to use to do my crazy spiked down hairstyle. So you can use hair wax, you can use candle wax. If you're a magician, you can use magician wax. Smell that, it's cinnamony, right?
Yeah.
A little goes a long way. Now here's the thing. I experimented this with bowls and plates. When I first read about it, it said do it on a ceramic plate. The problem was you had to do a lot of fire for the heat to transfer to melt the wax, because the heat goes through, and just as one coin is vanishing, the other one melts and falls down. If it's a ceramic plate, plan on having a lot of fire. It works, it just takes a lot longer, and maybe the timing's even better. I decided I didn't want there to be any chance of failure, so these are pumpkin pie tins that I got, right? And they're just made of aluminum, and of course aluminum doesn't hold its heat very well, so it transfers all that heat straight through to the wax. I'm gonna take just a little dollop of that wax, throw it on here, it's attached there, and because it's sitting right there, it will stay there forever. You want to add a little camouflage, so I went and I grabbed a cigarette butt. Did you guys even notice that these aren't the ashtrays at the bar? It's kind of like below the radar. You don't think about it.
Right.
I threw some ashes and a cigarette butt in there and just left it. Magicians have a saying, if you want to hide it, paint it red. So by having it just right there in front of you the entire time, in fact, I can even ask you to be the one to set it up. I could be right here, and I could have, by all appearances, the coin, which is really inside my hand, and I could say, do me a favor, Kristen, would you set that on top right there? Is there anything about that that felt weird or strange?
No.
Right?
Right.
And then, Kristen, will you do me a favor? Will you light one of those matches? And we're gonna vanish the coin in a vortex of fire. That's right, you drop the match as well. So it's heating up, the wax is melting. By the way, if the flame goes out, just blow on it. There's still plenty of heat happening. So you're gonna get,
There you go.
isn't that a great moment?
That's awesome.
You visually see it vanish and it appears down below. Which of you guys is gonna perform it for me? It's gotta be Kristen, right? All right. Kristen, I understand you're a wizard from another dimension.
Yes, we've got a quarter and a piece of paper.
Yeah, sure.
We're gonna fold the paper around the quarter.
Oh, to lock the quarter in?
Yes, to lock the
right
quarter
on.
in.
Oh, it looks like you locked it in on the bottom side.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
locked in. There's a quarter in there.
Oh yeah, no, I can see the outline of it.
Folding it in on the side.
Good, it's locked in on this side.
Lock it in on the right side.
Looks so good. Kristen, you have no
All
idea. I'm so
right.
proud of you right now.
And then we gotta lock it in on the top as
Yep.
well.
Perfect,
There's a quarter in there. See?
Yep.
Quarter. So I'm gonna need
You want me to
to
put this
set
on
the
top here?
ashtray on top
Yeah,
there
sure
for
thing.
me.
Yeah.
We're gonna light this one on fire. If you get me a match going.
It's just gonna burn up the paper. The coin will be fine, I'm sure. All right, looks like it's going out. You gotta blow on it. Keep blowing, because remember, it's the heat. It doesn't have to be flamed. Keep going. You got it. Uh-oh.
Ah!
You need more magic flames. This is a good reason for you to use like 3 or 4 matches. You could start a little bonfire that keeps going. You would sell it saying, oh shoot.
See, it got hot enough.
It's the first time I've seen this trick. It looks awesome. It's extremely well done, Kristen.
Thank you.
I am so thrilled with how this trick came out. When you have 2 individual pieces, each one seemingly weak, oftentimes you can combine them to get something truly spectacular. So I want to hear about you guys combining old Scam School episodes to come up with your own presentations, and I want you to tweet me with your favorite combination at twitter.com/Schwood. Remember, there is no C in Schwood. And of course, if you want to suggest your favorite bar scam, write me directly at brian@schwood.com. Don't forget to join us next week, because now that we've defeated physics, you're up next, math. Ooh, 2 + 2 = 4. Are you sure? Prove it. Spoiler alert, magically magic,
I'm not gonna drink this.
drink your fire.
I don't think that was 4,000 degrees.
I almost said that.